What's going on, guys, and welcome to my haul video for the month of May. Now, before I hop into this video, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, and that is RightStufAnime. Without a doubt, one of the questions that I get asked the most frequently is, where do I buy my manga? I've been buying from RightStuf for years now. They consistently have the best prices. They have a huge catalog of the newest anime and manga, and they package their books with such care and a lot of protection. I've never had an issue with anything that's been delivered to me from RightStuf, and they have great customer service as well. I have no issue recommending them to you guys, and if you're looking for some great deals on manga, they're without a doubt my go-to place. RightStuf has been kind enough to team with me to do a giveaway for my channel. And so we're gonna be giving away a $50 gift card to use on RightStuf's website. All you have to do is enter a comment down below, and in a week I'm going to do a random generator, and I'll put the name of the winner down below and I'll reach out to them after they've been chosen. Again, I wanna thank RightStuf for reaching out to me and allowing me to do this giveaway, and good luck to whoever wins. Now let's hop into the haul. So starting off the haul, we're starting off with a bang, and that is Blade of the Immortal Omnibus Volume 8, Omnibus Volume 9, and the final Omnibus Volume 10. So Blade of the Immortal has absolutely been consuming my free time. I've been binging this series, and I am currently on the final volume, so the final omnibus. The series started off a bit slow to me. You know, I wasn't really too attached to the main characters, but I will say after around the third omnibus, this series turns into something truly amazing. Amazing villains, amazing characters. It's not black and white, there's a good guy and a bad guy. Each character has flaws about them that can be seen as a villainous trait, as well as characters having honorable traits about them, especially the main antagonist, Anatsu, who is this character on the cover, who's currently my favorite character in the series. The main girl, Rin, starts off pretty annoying, but has really grown into an amazing character. This volume was outstanding, so is the third one. I can't wait to finish it, and if you're looking for a samurai tale, I cannot recommend Blade of the Immortal enough. It is fantastic, and it has quickly made its way into my top 5. Next up, we have another banger, and that is Beastars Volume 5. You guys know Beastars is one of my favorite series, currently my favorite ongoing series, and this volume was the best volume yet, bar none. So much action, oh my gosh. For those who know what's about to go down here, this volume was fantastic. Legoshi is just such an amazing main character. The world building in this series is beaten by no one, and I cannot recommend Beastars enough. Please check it out, guys. It is one of my favorites. And we're just going back to back with these bangers. Next up, we have Attack on Titan Volume 30. Holy crap. This volume was unreal. Like, guys, if you aren't reading Attack on Titan, please do yourself a favor and pick it up. This is in my top 3 now, without a doubt. This is an unreal series. The twists in the series are I am obsessed with this series. The characters are amazing. The way the plot has progressed is just something that should be truly commended. I'm not gonna flip too much more in case of spoilers, but this volume was fantastic. Please check out Attack on Titan. I can't recommend it enough. So slowing down a bit, next we have Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 3. This was probably my least favorite volume that I've read so far of Jujutsu Kaisen. There's just a lot of characters being introduced, characters that I don't find that likable. And this volume was a bit slow for me. I think we got introduced to the main antagonist of the series, or at least this arc, I believe. You know, I kind of found myself pushing through this volume. I really like the art. I think the strong suit of the series is the fighting and is the action. Luckily, there's a lot of that, and it's very well drawn and very cool. But as far as characters, I think where I'm at right now, it's a little lacking. Their personalities, my interest in them. But I'm going to keep reading Jujutsu Kaisen because I have enjoyed it so far. And I've heard amazing things about where it gets to. Next up, we have Fire Force Volume 18. One of my favorite ongoing battle shonen. Absolutely love Fire Force. Love the fighting, love the characters. I love the main cast, the main squadron. You know, just a really fun, great series. I feel like it's not gonna stretch out too long. It's got a good mix of everything. Good comedy, good intensity, and fun art and action. But definitely recommend Fire Force. Next we have Mob Psycho 100. Might be my favorite, or that might be my favorite comedy, or the series that I think is the funniest in my collection. It's tied probably with another series that I'm going to show later, and I'm sure some of you guys can guess what that is. Just looking at these panels makes me laugh. It's such a funny series. Absolutely love the manga. The art is so unique and so different, and I really think it's a strength of the series. There's a lot of comedy within Mob Psycho, and the art really just complements that comedy. But there's a good amount of action too. Big fan of Mob, best boy. Definitely recommend Mob Psycho. Next up, we have Komi Can't Communicate Volume 6. Just a really fun and enjoyable 4-coma. You know, nothing too deep or too dramatic about this series. It's just fun, very lighthearted, a cute little story about Komi and Tadano. A lot of people have been wishing that they showed a bit more of their relationship progress, and I feel like that's going to come as the story goes on, but this is just a great series to pick up a volume, read for 30 minutes. It's a quick read and just puts you in a good mood. It's a lighthearted read. I really enjoy this series. Next up we have, just another great volume of the quintessential quintuplets, volume 8. Best Girl Ichika, without a doubt. Just look at this girl. You know, I'm really loving this series. This series is about to end, which makes me sad. Just a great series that I think everybody should have in their collection. Really lighthearted, just a wholesome harem with all unique and great characters. I'm loving this series. Next up, we have Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, volumes 1 and 2. I actually just recently got this in the mail. Don't really know much about this series. I know it's about this dude who's like the ghost of some bathroom in a high school or a middle school. And he like has this relationship with this girl. I hear it's pretty funny and just some fun, quirky situations with the two of them. From just a quick flip through, the art looks pretty good, and I've heard really good things about this. I'm glad I got to pick this one up. Next up, we have Dr. Stone, volumes 8, volumes 9, and volumes 10. Went ahead and caught up on Dr. Stone. It's a series that I really enjoy a lot. I love the unique concept of how, or just the unique way that science is used, and it's pretty interesting to see the new ways that it's introduced. It's a shonen that I think is pretty underrated, not criminally underrated, but pretty underrated. I enjoyed a lot, and I think there's a lot to love about Dr. Stone. Now for a big chunk of a series that I grabbed, I found a good deal on this series, and I went ahead and grabbed the entire thing, and that is a Siren. Haven't read much of this. I've just read the first volume so far, but I'll go ahead and give a quick explanation of what Siren is. A lot of people say they compare Siren to Bleach, and I can see a lot of similarities. It's got the occult vibe. Main character is kind of a rebellious dude that likes to fight, but from the first volume, the story is about modern day Japan, and there's these cards that are called Siren cards or something along those lines, and people are randomly disappearing throughout Japan. So the main character, Ahiko, I think is his name, something along those lines, I don't know, I've only read the first volume. The main character essentially uses the card and teleports to a new world that's very barren with just a bunch of demons, and he finds out eventually that that is Japan in the future. And so pretty much the story comes down to the main character essentially needs to fight some ghosts and demons in order to protect Japan from turning into this big fallout, barren wasteland. So from the first volume that I read, I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it a lot. Let me show you a quick peek of the art style. It's very reminiscent of 90s anime and manga, but I believe the series was written in the late thousands, so 2007, 2009 maybe. But it's got a nice 90s vibe to it as far as the artistic style. And the main character is a likable guy. I am definitely going to continue reading the series. I enjoyed it a lot, and I found a great deal on all these books. I kind of get the vibe that Siren is a bit of a cult classic among the manga community, with some people who really, really love it. And so, you know, as a shonen fan, I'm excited that I was able to throw it into my collection. Volumes 14, 15, I'm really digging these covers as well. Volume 16, you know, it's not too long. It's a 16 book series, so not a huge investment. Then the first book was a pretty quick read. Glad I got this for a good deal as a big shonen fan. I'm excited to see what it's all about, and I'll probably update you guys with a video on it, how I felt about it. These volumes are actually a gift from Rightstuf. They actually sent it to me, and so I'm gonna go ahead and show these next ones. They gave me Kaiju Girl Caramelise volumes 1 and 2. This is a very cute and wholesome series about a girl who is in love with a boy. But whenever she gets flustered or nervous around the guy, she starts to turn into a kaiju, as you can see in the back. And so I'm sure from what you can guess, this probably turns into a lot of funny situations. I really like the art style in this series. There's only 3 volumes out right now, so it's not too big of an investment to get caught up. The second cover right there. Next up is Grand Blue Dreaming, Volume 10. This is probably what I would tie with Mob Psycho as the funniest series in my collection. For those of you who don't know, Grand Blue Dreaming, very intense, over-the-top stories about a guy getting into college who just wants to have the most fun college experience, ends up joining a diving team. And it's just these extremely intense and over-the-top situations that are really funny and really silly. And just a very great series. Like, I highly recommend it, guys. The last volume of manga that I got is Sayuki, the original series. So this is, I guess you could say, remastered of an original series Sayuki from, I believe the series was originated or started in the 90s. I don't know much about it. I know a lot of people are picking it up, excited to read it, and I realize that I really don't have a lot of series that are dated in my collection. So this is definitely, as it came out, something that I wanted to add into my collection. Just from the little bit that I've read, seems like a more mature series with some cool action, and I just really love the art style. It's giving me some major Yu-Gi-Oh vibes. You know, you can see with some of these characters. You can definitely tell it's an older series. The quality of this book is fantastic. Shout out to Kodansha. Really digging the spine and the cover. They also sent me a bag of some goodies, and the shirt that I wore at the beginning, as well as my favorite, these 2 Hunter licenses. And then the last thing that I want to show is 2 games that I picked up this month. The first one, which has been totally consuming all my time, and that is Persona 5 Royale. I really loved the original Persona 5. Never beat it, just kind of wasn't committed enough despite how much I enjoyed it. But this game I have been committed to. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I kind of gave a little spiel on how I'm tired of essentially starting games and not being able to finish them. And I've noticed as I've gotten older, I've gotten worse and worse about that. But I'm committed to beating Persona 5. I'm 80 hours in. I'm on the 5th palace, I believe, and I am loving every second of it. Definitely recommend this for you, those who have a PS4. And the last game I picked up is Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is just calling me, tempting me to play, but I've committed to Persona 5. But as soon as I beat this, I'm gonna go ahead and start playing this. But I've heard amazing things about this. Can't wait to struggle to decide which waifu I'm going to side with. Really excited to dive into this. That's gonna do it for this month's haul, guys. Again, I want to thank RightStuf for sponsoring this video. Again, make sure to comment down below to be entered in for that $50 RightStuf gift card giveaway. But thank you guys for sticking through the video and watching it, and hope to see you on the next one. Peace.